Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, extremely loud Johnny!
You ever heard my real laugh? Yeah, outdoor pool, downtown. It's looking like 4,500 yards of swimming with a bunch of 600 pools. 1, 2, 3, 600 pools. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit of a longer day. But the pool's so nice. And you can see the city in the background. It's got a cool aesthetic to it, so I'm excited to go there. I'm gonna finish this. And we honestly hit the road.
I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life.
Hello. We're at Big Stacy Pool, downtown Austin. It's always funny. I ended up swimming like 4.1k yards like every time I swim now. But anytime my coach programs anything over that, like I saw 4,500 today. I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be a lot. But really, it's only 400 more than usual. 3 rounds of 600 pulls, and then some broken 600 swims. So 3x200, 6x100, and then I want to say it's like 8x50. So it's not even like fully 600 on that last round. But yeah, this pool's a little longer. I think it's like 33.5 yards. It's beautiful. You can get a little bit of a city view in the background. So as the sun comes up, take some good shots. But should be a good start to the day. 4,500, 125 pace. I'll take that. Whew. No, I'm so glad that the sun came out. It's such a beautiful day now. I'm the worst. All right, let's go get food. Apologies in advance to Old Stacy Pool. I forgot a towel, so I'm gonna try and dry off a little bit. We got a little bit to go. Do you guys see my photography skills? Yep, I do social media for a living. That's great. Our sneakers are off. So, fueling strategy. 2 bottles, each one's gonna have 4 scoops of GUNM. I'm also gonna have 2 caffeinated gels while on the bike. Right before the run, I'm gonna have a normal gel. So it'll be 104 grams of carbs and 1,500 milligrams of sodium per hour on the bike. And then I think I only have a 4-mile runoff, so it won't be too bad. Gels just to make sure that I'm staying on top of everything. Also, between the swim and now, I had eggs, toast, avocado, cottage cheese, the usual breakfast, and then I also just had oats. I'm trying out the vegan protein oatmeal cookie. I've never tried it before. It's pretty good. So I had that, oats, blueberries, a little bit of life cereal, some peanut butter. So I'm feeling good. I'm trying to stay as on top of my fueling as possible because this is definitely going to be my biggest week of training. And I can already kind of feel the fatigue building up, and it's still only Thursday and the weekend training is a lot. So yeah, nutrition and just getting some downtime. So it's only 11:30 right now. Realistically, I'll probably finish up this workout and all my training for the day around 3:30 maybe, and then I'm just gonna take the rest of the day super chill. Hello. We're back at the Veloway. I'm actually excited to ride because I didn't ride outside last weekend. I decided to do 4.5 hours on my trainer. So this is gonna be a lot better than that, even though it's a little toasty. So I might get like a mean farmer stand, and we can run after. It'll be all good. When I ride here, it's all thoughts, man. Not many. I just kind of listen. I do it for like breathing purposes too. Like I just try to make sure that I'm not overexerting myself. I did an extra like half a lap just because I was going to finish early and just cruised it, and now I feel great for this run. It wasn't even that hot. What up? 2 hours, 0 minutes, 1 second, 41.5 miles, average speed 20.75 miles an hour. Average heart rate, what do we got? 137. Yeah, in this heat, I will gladly take that. That's what's up. Let's go run. Cool. 4-mile run now. I'm gonna try and take it easy because it is toasty. Last bit of the day. Let's see, what do we got? 4 1/4, 740 pace, 156 heart rate. It's just hot. I'm tired. We trained for like over 3.5 hours today. I'm gonna go and make the biggest smoothie. Drink so much electrolytes. Just chill out for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, great work today. I'm stoked. Big shout out to man Gavin for filming all this. You rock, Gavin. Good Thursday.
1 year ago, I was sitting in the back of a random elective that I had to take so I just get enough credits to graduate from college. And I was sitting in the back of that class scrolling so aggressively on Zillow. I remember it so well because I was desperate to find a place to move to Austin before I graduated college. I'm like, this is absolutely what I need to do. I have to do it. I have to find a place. I was texting Ian about spots. I was emailing every single possible place that I could to see if anything was coming up. And I even remember talking to like my mom and some of my friends. Are like, are you sure that like it feels like it, like maybe you take a little bit of time with it? But it was just this feeling in my head that I was just like, this feels right. That like I have to pursue this. I have to take a chance on this. If it doesn't work out, so at least I know I tried. But it felt so right to me that I knew I was gonna come up with a way to make it work. And now, a year later, sitting in my house, it's a pretty cool, pretty good full circle moment because I realized how hard I worked not only to like get to this point, but like in that moment a year ago to make this very place happen, to get exactly here. I put in so much effort because this was something that felt right to me. And a lot of times there's gonna be something that feels very right to you and people won't always understand it. And as opposed to constantly trying to explain yourselves and every single thought that you have, just live. Just try and live through what you're going through, because here's like a good quote that I wrote down, but what feels right now doesn't always stand up well over time. And I feel like it kind of counteracts what I was just saying, but at the same time I feel like it helps it, because what feels right in the moment, what felt right in that moment was I needed to move to Austin. I knew that this is where I wanted to be. I knew that this was gonna help out with my involvement with BPN, with becoming a full-time athlete. It's just what felt right to me. And it didn't feel right to other people at the time. They didn't really understand everything that I was going through. And that's okay, because everyone has these things in their life that feel right to them that might not feel right to other people. I think every single person has one particular idea that feels so right, that resonates in their soul, that like gives them a purpose that someone else might not fully understand, because that's not their purpose. That's not what they align with, and that's okay. That's a huge part of the human experience, is that everyone has these different things that feel right to them, and that's what they should pursue. And with that second episode being released, with Nick's third podcast, that I went on with and being released, I had this weird feeling that I had almost overstepped in a way and just had shared too much about myself. And then I realized that that's the whole point of this, that you could have the best intentions in the world, that like mentally, everything I've always wanted to do is to help other people feel not alone. That I wanted to make sure that there's someone out there who is listening to me talk to myself, and they can be like, I'm not alone in feeling this way. That's been my whole purpose. And there's a few days after that episode got released, and even these past few days with the podcast getting released, that I was just like, I've really got my whole life aired out there. You can pretty much find out anything there is to know about me. And that felt weird, but then I realized that that was the whole point. That a year ago, when I was so desperately trying to find a way to move to Austin, I knew that my exact purpose, what felt right to me, was that I was going to get here and I was going to share my life in a way that inspired other people to live their lives outwardly, to not care what other people think about them, and to just like share their story. And thanks to Ryan Holiday and his work in the Daily Stoic, I was able to pull out another really good quote, which is that it isn't events themselves that disturb people, but only their judgment about them. And this was kind of a passage where he went over the observing eye versus the perceiving eye. And the way that I look at this is that my story, your story, all of our stories, it's ours. It's what we have gone through to get to where we are. It is what we've experienced to be the person that we are. And I feel like, you know, speaking for myself at least, a lot of time I fear what other people might think of me after hearing about that. Not even for the sense of like, oh my God, like, it was a lot, but it's just like, all right, like we get, like everyone goes through stuff. Like what makes your life different than my life? What makes your life getting worth shared and mine doesn't? That's not the point at all. Like every single person, every single life is worth sharing. It is worth talking about what you're experiencing mentally, physically, whether it happens directly to you, whether it happens to a family member and it affects you, whether it happens to a friend. No, it's your life. And that's what I'm trying to get at here, is that it's not the idea of effort that gets rewarded. You could have this really big idea in your head of being the most well-intentioned human being and wanting to do this great thing and wanting to help these other people and wanting to chase these big goals of yours. But if you never put yourself out there, if you never share your story, if that change never occurs where what feels so right to you, if you don't pursue what feels so right to you in that moment, it might change everything. And you might like lose that hope, lose that burning passion that you had at that moment, and then lose the opportunity entirely. In living in Austin over the past year, it has been overall a phenomenal experience, and I know for a fact that I made the right decision. However, have there been days where I've kind of questioned things? Yes. Have there been days where I'm a little bit sad? Yes. Have there been days where I'm a little bit lonely? Yes. But that's everything in life. And overarchingly, you are going to question pretty much every single decision you ever make in life, but you have to just turn inward and ask yourself, is this what I think is right in this moment? Because if it is, I say go for it. I am the biggest advocate of take a chance. Because if you don't take the chance and suddenly you start to like second guess yourself and suddenly you start to weigh out these observations from these other people, suddenly this like idea that could have meant so much to you, that could have changed your entire life, becomes just another effort of yours, and you never get to see the actual results of it. A year ago, I was very nervous about what my future looked like after college, with all of my friends going off to start real jobs, and I was going out on a limb to try and pursue social media and coaching and training full time. It felt very weird, but I knew it was the right thing. I knew it was what I wanted to do. And that's what I'm telling you to do, is that if you have something in this moment that feels right to you, don't be afraid to make that change. Don't be afraid to turn that effort into a potential result. And what felt right in that moment, although it hasn't always felt right, and there have been times, the ups and downs, because there always is, I know deep down that like looking back on where I was a year ago and looking at where I am now, I am so extremely grateful for the fact that I decided to do what felt right in that moment. And I really, really encourage you all to do the same. Life is far too short to look at things in a way that's very what if. Just take a chance. Go for what is. And what is what feels right to you. I'm running out of time and it seems like my camera's about to die, and I know this video is probably running a little bit long. But I want to take a second right here to acknowledge the fact that I've encouraged a lot and told you guys, hey, do your own thing, absolutely. Because of you all, you guys have allowed me to do my own thing. And I know sometimes on these ending portions of the videos, you guys are always very supportive and I appreciate that a lot. But I go off on tangents and I want there to be direction with everything that I say. So as an individual who has been fortunate enough to be in a position to serve, and by that is to like be able to produce content for you guys, I want to start doing this thing where there can be a comment, there can be multiple comments, but I want there to be like, say, the top comment of this video, because I get so many DMs and I want to try and respond to everyone. And sometimes it's really hard, and sometimes people ask similar things, but I want, if we can all come together, this would be sick to do, if we could take the top comment of this video and have it be a guiding point or something that you guys want me to talk about a little bit more, share more mindset on. You take that and like, if you see a comment like that, and let that be the ending portion of the video. Obviously, I'll always give my own little spin to it, but I want you watching this video, whoever it is out there, whatever you are doing, to allow me to share something that you genuinely want me to talk about, as opposed to just me rambling. So I hope I made sense with all that, but essentially it's just like, if there's something that you want me to talk about, comment it, and then if there's something that you see that someone else commented, give it a like, and whatever like the top comment is, that's what I'll have the ending portion of the video be about. But yeah, like always, thank you all so very much for allowing this to be my life, for allowing the amount of change that has occurred over the past year. I could not be more grateful for every single bit of it. And overarchingly, like I said, I knew I made the right decision, and I just appreciate you all so much for supporting me on this decision, because my life is entirely different from where it was a year ago. And I hope that one day, one of you watching this video can reflect and have a similar experience. Whether it be moving to Austin, whether it be starting your own business, whether it be just like, I hope you can like look back on a decision that you felt right about in that moment and be like, I'm happy I pursued that. So with all that being said, I want to thank you all so very much for everything. Code HOP for BPN, Code HOP10 for Gymshark, Inner Flame, training plans, coaching, all down below. But yeah, once again, thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, morning, night, whenever you're watching this. You rock. I appreciate you. Woo!